the valley is gorgeous with this little overlook over it. Say there's a spring over here. Watching all these archaeology shows, looking at stuff like this, you can just sort of see like native tents right down there and stuff, right? This is a really gorgeous morning. Really gorgeous misty morning. We're all on stone, huh? Well, I mean, this wasn't. Yeah, there's definitely a cave you can survive in, right? How deep does it go?
It drops to a hole down there.
A hole? That's not a hole, that's a cave.
No, there's a hole.
Oh, the inside the cave, there's a hole?
Yeah, it drops down into a cavern. I, myself, won't go down there. Normally, I send a dog in first for critters.
But once again, you got to be careful because anything coming out, it doesn't take very much to get knocked on the head to hurt you.
Yeah. Like here. Down here. Under this rock.
Is this where your friend was going to bring me?
I have no idea.
Probably because it's the most...
Looks like you're supposed to be able to get under into those rocks right down in here.
Oh, it's very possible. Spelunkers will squeeze in the tiniest spaces.
And it drops into a huge cavern underneath here.
Yeah, I'm not going down there, though.
I just knew you could find the rock that you were looking for, so it's wet.
Well, yeah. Definitely, I can look at the layers that are here. That's for sure. Which, I mean, it all looks pretty shale-like, and there's, like, egg. I mean, that definitely has some quartz content in it, but it's not anything I'm really looking for. That even has a little bit of pink highlight. That's definitely harder than like this stuff right here, that's for sure. And that's why they call them table rocks, because it looks like a table. They liked the video of me not stealing somebody's dogs. So this should go over pretty well. And you can see like the shape of the egg in that, right? Mm-hmm. But if it was like blue or green or purple, and then you can also see how stuff just falls off the roof whenever it wants to.
Yeah. That's our ground, folks.
Yeah, that is a true thing. What something looks like dry and what it looks like wet will be two different things. But with so much stuff that's like dried and fallen apart and dilapidated, the one thing you can usually tell is that if stuff is naturally decaying like this, it probably doesn't have the hardness that you would want, even if it had a nice color, to turn it into any sort of jewelry or anything like that without being stabilized. People will take porous stone like this, which you can see how it has some pretty cool layers in it in some of the areas, like that stuff right there. Like if it was really hard and you had those layers that were closer together, that would be totally something you get picture stone out of. If you cut it just right, you might get what looks like mountains and seas and trees and stuff like that. But this stuff, as you can tell, it falls apart so easily as it dries out that it's not something you'd want to use that for. Like I said, though, people do stabilize that stuff with epoxy. I hate that kind of stuff, though. I'm a hater of that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they shut it down to where you're not supposed to be getting into it anymore.
Really? They don't want you even getting near it because it's too dangerous?
Just on the side of the road too, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you have to pull off on the side of the highway to get up to it.
Is that one that had that fence around it?
No. Nope.
So trick to recording video is you want to try and not swing the camera the way you use your head. Your eyes are floating in liquid. You can handle these movements that when you do it with the camera, it creates camera swing and it makes people nauseous that are watching. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong. I wonder why I can't. Well, people didn't want to climb through it, so they just made a trail going around it. Right here, so there probably should have been a fence over there.
There was a fence over there.
Okay, now that's red and jaspery looking. That's definitely more of the orangey color. And that's not like an iron, and then you can see a vug right there. So there's definitely bad we're a little bit late. Just walked up on this patch of mushrooms, but it's definitely decaying a lot. I can't tell if that's chicken of the woods or oyster. I think that's chicken of the woods now, actually, from the way it's growing. It's definitely too decayed to eat. A little bit too late in the season for that one. That runs into a fence just like that one right there. You're right. The circle is for the burrow so he can hunt. I think I see him in there. I think I see a bunch of eyes looking back at me. Pretty sure I do. I see it. It's like, I'm not coming out there, dude. I can see you. Oh, yeah. That's a big ass spider looking back at me. All right, so I'm walking along and I look at this pile and I'm like, is that a burl or is that a bear turd? And I flip it over and it really doesn't look like any of that. It sort of looks like some volcanic rock, really hot. And then it has, I mean, it looks like metal, but it almost looks like painted metal on the top. And then, oh, it's not focusing. Let me get it to focus. Like, this is super odd. I don't know what that is. I've never seen anything like this. My YouTube viewers might know what's going on with this. That definitely looks like basalt. And then we got something else going on it right here that is, maybe it's man-made on it later, but it totally has a look of like volcanic action too. Weird. So I'm gonna set this on the side and we're gonna pick this up on our way out. What do you think could fit in that hole? You think there's a cave inside there?
Box?
Oh, probably much bigger. That thing looks like it goes back and it looks like there's an opening in between. Look at the way the rocks are, and then look, there's an opening on each side. Like, I'll bet you there's a nice little cave in there. I'm not gonna slide in there to find out though. That's for sure. Oop, I'm gonna fall. That's what I'm going to look at. This thing is ready to go. He was almost through both sides of it. Where it is it? I don't see a dam at all. I see super clear water down there, and definitely no edges that have rocks. Like, this is not rock hunting area by the river. All right, well, we're down by the creek, Crane Creek, and it didn't take long to find something that had some color to it. Definitely looks jaspery. Nice orange sunsetty look to it. And some multicolored stuff. This looks more like a stone though. Not so jaspery. This definitely has a jasper feel to it and heavy. And then look at that right there. That is a crystal look, isn't it? sure is a broken crystal stone. You'll see the green right there, but that is definitely, look, it sounds like calcite. Sounds like that is calcite. Nice hunk of calcite. You can really see the layers right there, which this might be good enough to turn into something. That might be worth turning into jewelry of some kind or something. Definitely has a crystalline form. It does definitely have the sparkle of a calcite, but it could be a quartz too. So just walked down to the creek bed and immediately found two cool things. Another piece of the same stuff. I do think this is calcite from the way it looks and feels. I could be wrong. I'm not a geologist. I'm just guessing. Somebody else might know too. Some sort of a fossil right there. So this area we're on would normally be completely covered with water, but you know, it's winter time and the creek is low because there's freezes going on. Other places probably, I don't know, the water's low. That part I know. So we're finding stuff rather easily right here. Yeah, some stuff you know you wouldn't want though. Picked up and handed me, and the thing I notice is how perfectly symmetrical that hole is and how round and embedded that is. Like, that's odd. Why is it so round? Like, that's really strange. This place has what?
Lots of people in it.
Lots of people in it?
It's famous.
It's famous? What's it famous for?
It's the funnest place ever.
You think it's the funnest place ever?
It is. That's a fact.
There's not a funner place than that?
Yeah, I think.
You don't think?
Maybe the amusement park.
What amusement park?
Anyone.
Anyone?